we're gonna hang in there. We're doing good. I did no. I did not wear this mask last year. I bought it a couple of months ago, and I did wear it on the stream, but I did end up taking it off a couple of years ago on Periscope. I dressed up as the clown from oh man, what was that damn show?
Living Color?
No. From
They said Homie the Clown.
the Rob Zombie movie. I can't even think of the damn name.
Oh, okay.
Devil's Rejects. I think that was the name of the movie.
Oh,
So,
okay.
again, thanks everybody for hanging
Oh,
out
that's
with
right. Okay.
me. Keep the mask on every show. Well, if you pay me, I'll leave it on, or buy me different masks. I'll switch it up. I think wearing the same mask every night might get boring after a while. But let's jump right into the show tonight. Let's go with AEW first. That's been the trend. We go over AEW first, go over NXT next, because I do have more highlights to show more than AEW, unfortunately. Usually AEW comes out
Do you want
with
to talk about that for a minute or no?
What, the Bray Wyatt situation? No, we'll touch on it at the end, because I do have a clip from the match, I believe. So,
Gotcha.
Last night on AEW, it opened up a little bit differently. They showed Cody Rhodes and Cody and his brother Dustin landing in, I guess, a private plane down in, where were they at?
North Carolina last night.
They were in Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston.
So they showed up at Charleston, West Virginia. Tony Schiavone is at the airport, I guess, picking them up or meeting them there.
One of them.
To drive to the arena for the big contract signing with Chris Jericho. As we all know, they will be facing each other at Full Gear for the AEW World Championship. And it was odd to see how they kind of handled this. I don't really have a problem with it. I did see some people kind of complain that we saw a little bit too much Cody last night, and that maybe that the limo segment wasn't really needed, of them sitting together and going over old times and stuff like that. But I digress. They end up, getting to the arena. Let's go ahead and just touch on the whole thing. So the contract signing was a little bit different than a usual contract signing. We had Cody and Jericho at the table. It wasn't inside the ring. They had, I guess, some chick there. Didn't really announce who she was, but she was there kind of moderating the thing. And, of course, both signed the contract. We didn't get any physical activity between those two guys, but we did see something happen backstage where Chris Jericho kind of set up a kind of a beatdown of Dustin Rhodes. He gets out of they beat him up. It was Jake Hagar and Sammy Guevara to kind of set this up. They beat him up. They put the old arm in the door and smashed the door on his hand and beat up Dustin for just beat him up pretty much. And we got Cody trying to save the day, and of course he's there too late. And he got Jericho lighting up the victory cigar, which I thought was pretty good. Man, Jericho has been killing it with AEW. I loved his jacket last night. That was pretty good. But what did you think of it? Did you think it was too much too much Cody Rhodes last night? Because a lot of people were saying that on
AEW, Bobby. Exactly.
That a lot of people were not really digging the amount of Cody we got last night.
No, because it seems like when I seen this, Bobby, I agree. I was thinking the same thing. The limo, it's like when Mean Gene picked up Ric Flair coming to the arena and they did like a talking in the whole limo and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminded me of. And then as soon as they showed the parking lot shot, oh, they're gonna break Dustin's arm. I mean, this was like Horseman and Dusty Rhodes all over again. And that's kind of what this resembled big time. It's like they're going off of that storyline where they beat up Dustin and broke his hand. So now Dustin, just like they did to Dusty Rhodes back in the day, but instead it was his brother getting it, which it was a very similar to that whole story. It seems like that's what they might do. It seems like this is going to be more of like a Cody for the gold instead of Flair for the gold.
To kind of go over what they talked about in the limo, Schiavone recalls meeting Willie Nelson, then goes to get Dusty Rhodes. He knocks on the door. Dusty says, "Come on in," and he's naked. Dusty asks if Willie is all out there already. Tony said yes, and Dusty says the superstar always comes out last. Tony says it's good to make them wait, and that's what he wants Cody to do to Jericho. Cody talks about his mom and how he just wants to impress her, and comments about wanting to beat Jericho, noting that noting they've been in the locker room, in locker rooms previously. They also kind of played up this. You can wear your lucha mask on the show. I'm just.
We all know it's going to be a Kalisto mask.
Oh yeah, it's a Kalisto mask.
He's going to have that Kalisto mask on.
Speeds did show me his mask, and it does resemble a lot of Kalisto. So, I think that's a must see. If you can make it through the show wearing this, props to you, because it's getting a little hot wearing this damn lucha mask. Props to those luchadors that wear the masks throughout the matches. I digress. We also had the opening match between Sammy Guevara and Hangman Adam Page. Hangman gets the win. Sammy Guevara still shines, looked good in the match, but takes the loss. Hangman is going to be facing Pac at Full Gear. Any thoughts on this match in particular, Dave? Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts on Hangman? Are you excited for the match between him and Pac at Full Gear?
I mean, the match is good, and Hangman seems to be like that. I'm not going to say his name, compare him to him, because he's not in that level, but he's kind of like the guy in this group that is, even though they say they're not all in the group, and they're all really in the group. Come on, we all know it's the Cody, Bucks, and Omega show with Paige. I mean, that's basically what it is. And he's kind of in that mix where, he's like the young stallion, I guess, because it's the horse thing. But yeah, I mean, he's the young stallion of the group who's going to be a future world champion. Mm-hmm. Maybe sooner than later. And Guevara is the same way. Did you see JR get a lot of heat last night for what he said?
I didn't see.
He compared Guevara to a young Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh, I did not hear him say that, but I did hear a lot of people commenting on Jim Ross's commentary last night, and I really didn't pay attention much to Jim Ross, because I did have both shows on at the same time. So sometimes I had NXT louder than AEW at some points. But I did hear him he buried the Morty match with the Best Friends.
Did he?
Apparently he buried that match, and I didn't hear his Sammy Guevara comment. So I didn't know he was getting heat on that.
Yeah, so I don't know if everybody see one person tweet about it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can compare him to young. I don't know. It's always bad when you do stuff like that, because then someone's going to say something when you say another so-and-so. When you say someone is like this great person, and then people hate when you compare like greats to that. But he said he reminded him of a young Eddie Guerrero.
Later's Red Sox fan. Thanks for popping in, asshole. You enjoyed the match. Feel
free to never come back.
They said that I don't watch much of the Elite. They said that they are him and Hangman and the Elite are kind of maybe not seeing eye to eye at the moment. Looks like maybe Hangman might be going off on his own. To me, Sammy Guevara has future star written on over it. He is agreeing in a little bit of some areas, but at least I think he'll be one of the top guys in AEW in the near future.
Wait, what? Sammy Guevara was green?
In certain areas. I'm saying he's a good wrestler. He could probably work on the mic a little bit more, but other than that, I don't have any issues with Sammy Guevara. What about you? Are you a big Sammy Guevara fan?
I don't think he's green at all, and I think he's pretty good on the microphone. He has charisma. He has that little attitude, that I love in a wrestler. I don't think he's green at all. I mean, I think he's actually perfect. I think someone else in their women's division is really green and shouldn't be on TV as much as she is, but whatever. That's Britt Baker, but she's really green, it seems like. But she shouldn't be.
I thought you were meaning Brandy Rose there for a minute there. I like that Sammy is a legit heel. They booed his ass when he came out, probably thanks to Jericho. But yeah, that's true. Very, very true. He did get... Sammy Guevara, and I mean this in the most respect I can say it, he has that douchebag feel to him, right? He's that guy that, as much as you respect him as a wrestler, as a heel, you really do not like him. And he plays that part very, very well. He has that cocky douchebag feel to him that you want to see him get his ass kicked, right? Am I the only one that kind of sees that, or did you see him a different
Yeah, I
way?
mean, I could see people not liking the guy, I guess, sure. I mean, because he's one of those guys who thinks he's kind of like, in a way, kind of a God's gift type thing, I think. He doesn't play that off so much. I know I did see that interview at the Bellator fight where he talks to the interview lady, say, "Hey, what's up, beautiful?" And so, something like that, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, I like him. I think he's a good wrestler. I mean, he's no Marco Stunt, but he's still pretty good. That was a
Oh
joke.
no! It took
That
me
was
a
a
second to
joke,
get
guys.
there.
Calm
It took me
down.
a second to get that there. Yeah, Cody Bucks. Yeah, Cody Bucks, Kenny all have their own locker room, while Paige is in the other locker room. Wow, that's interesting.
Really?
Why is
I didn't.
is there a reason behind that, Bob Ruski? I know it's probably all about the elite episodes, but is there a reason behind that? Real cowboy shit. See, that's how
Maybe they're
you.
trying. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was reading. Go ahead.
I was just saying maybe it's a way of them showing that he's just one of the guys. He's not one of them.
No, that's
I don't know.
possible. Real cowboy shit. See, that's how you win the Southern wrestling fans. He's that guy you want to punch in the face just for fun, says Truth and Loyalty. The fact that he calls himself the best ever makes him such a huge prick. It's great. Yeah, he definitely plays the hill role very, very well. Now, let's continue. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Starting Sunday, we're gonna do a Marco Stunt show, just showing videos of Marco Stunt every Sunday.
And videos dedicated to Marco Stunt. So
It's gonna be called Stunt Sunday.
oh, hey, look at Dave bringing stuff to the show here. We have Shauna taking on Akuro Shida. We haven't seen Shida in a match, I believe, since the pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even
Oh, I
before
thought this
that.
was that Gibbs girl. That's what I thought that was.
So we had that match go on next. It got a bit of time, a lot of time
All the time.
to be quite honest with you. What did you think of the match where we saw Shida get the win, and that's when we saw the vignette of Brandy Rhodes afterwards?
Oh my god. Yeah, the match got a lot of time. Seriously, bro, it did. It was like so much time. Too much time, but whatever. You know what? I have a problem with this because I believe both of these girls were on AEW Dark on Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
In like a four-way against Allie and Penelope Ford. And to me, it makes me mad because why can't Allie get on AEW Dynamite? I mean, shit, she wrestles Dark, and these two ladies were on the same show she was on Dark, I think, on Tuesday night. But yet, they get on there, but Allie doesn't, when she's probably one of their best women wrestlers they have, but yet they don't use her on the big show. Only basically their Dark match show, which I think is kind of messed up.
Yeah,
But
they back-to-back on AEW Dark, right? She was on it back-to-back weeks.
not back-to-back weeks, no, but she was off last week. She wasn't on there, but yeah, I mean, this is just, I don't like it because it's like they're not using her. They don't know what to do. That's what it seems like. They have so much stuff going on with, and maybe after Full Gear it'll settle down more. We get more equally time for some of these women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they only have time for one women's match a week, it seems like, and that's all they're doing.
Mr. AEW. Shauna Chick has potential. She does have a nice ass, says Mr. AEW.
I guess that's what you gotta do to have potential, I guess.
Bob Ruski says, according to their Twitter, she made her debut, so I assume she's maybe signed. They did say that she was making, I think it was Jim Ross last night, or maybe Excalibur, who said that she was making her AEW debut, and that she's a new...
Okay, maybe it wasn't her then who was on there last. Maybe it was Gibbs who was on the show on Saturday, or Tuesday. But still, Allie deserved to be in one of these matches on TV, but whatever.
I'm sure eventually we will get to her.